Hey guys, it's Falcon here today. So today I'm going to be playing Airplane. It's a game that's pretty common, a lot of people play it. So I just thought I'd do a video on it. So I'm thinking I'd just do a quick little tour on the game before I actually start playing. So this is a home page. As soon as you open the app, once it loads, it comes to this page. So basically we have 4 buttons here: play, options, tutorial, and the X button. The X button is obviously to quit the game, but before I hit play, I'm going to go to options. So in options, there are a whole bunch of other buttons that you can hit. For example, controls, language, quality, instruments, difficulty, hints, and sound. So you can customize these to the way that you like them. So right now I have my controls on accelerometer sensitivity on low. I actually had that for a different game. I do not want that right now, so I'm putting it back to joystick normal. That is what I'm used to playing with. And of course, language is on English. Quality is on medium, because if the quality is too low, might get laggy. If the quality is too high, it's the same thing. It might get laggy. I just like it on medium. Instruments is on dials right now, so it shows it on little in a cockpit. You know how there's a dial that shows the info that you want to see? It's like that. Difficulty is on easy. I'm just used to doing it on easy. I guess I'll just put it on normal for now. Hints are on off, and my sound is on. Those are the options in options. The other one is the tutorial. I'm guess I'll show you guys. So what it says is, as a pilot, your job is to fly passengers or cargo from one airport to another. So you basically have to pick the mission that you want to do before you take off. So to take off, you simply just push the throttle, which you can see on the image over there. It's the left one, the left little lever on a line on the stick. That's the throttle, so you can push that to your needs. So you can put it in the middle, or it's basically you can put it wherever you want. On the right over there, in the image, you see that joystick. On the top right, there's 2 buttons: the pause and the camera angle. There's also a map option. It's just not here. I don't know why. And then on the top right, these are dials I was talking about. There's one for altitude, one for the compass, and it also that red arrow you see on the compass is where your destination is, so that you can point your little yellow airplane to that, so you know where the airport is. And the other one is your airspeed. So basically, when you push the throttle all the way up, your plane will begin to move forward. As you pick up speed, keep the plane on the runway. You control the direction of the plane by moving the joystick. That's pretty obvious. When your plane is moving fast enough, push down the joystick and the plane will start to gain altitude. Here, when it says that it's moving fast enough, push down, actually you can change that. So if you had noticed, when I was in the options menu, you would have noticed that one of the options was joystick reversed. That means instead of pushing down to go up, you push up to go up, basically. And also, you may have noticed the accelerometer sensitivity. That's when I move the device up or down as if it was a steering wheel, basically like that, like in a plane steering wheel. And that is basically it. And basically, when you push down, say it was on normal, the plane would start to gain altitude by lifting up. One thing I want to mention, I really like this part where when the plane is not on the ground. I don't know if it'll happen on the ground too. I haven't noticed, but I noticed that when you're up, just above the ground, if you notice in the image, there's a little shadow. I like that detail. It makes it more realistic. I like that detail. And it also says you can change joystick settings in the options menu. You can also set the game to use the accelerometer. That's basically what I just said. So now flying to your destination. So basically, you need to find your airport. As I said, the red arrow on your direction indicator. That's basically what I said. Using the joystick, turn the plane until the yellow direction indicator lines up with the red destination arrow. Like I said, it tells you where your destination is, so you can head straight there. Landing is the most difficult part of flying. The key to landing is flying slow and getting lined up correctly. Get as slow as you feel comfortable flying and get your throttle all the way down. You will not stall. Your plane will slowly descend. Give yourself plenty of room approaching the runway from long distance. It will also help practice landing with a slow flying plane. Hint: if you're finding it difficult to land without crashing, you can set the difficulty to easy in the options menu. This will set the slow speed of each plane, making it easier to land. long before you reach the runway, make sure your airspeed is as low as it'll go. That's a good thing, so that if you're going too fast, because also there's one thing I might have to show you later, but one thing this plane does is or the game, if you're going too fast or you hit the ground too abrupt or something like that, your plane will basically explode. Yeah, I'm saying explode. Like it will go up in a ball of fire, and that's not good. Because you earn money for every, I'm not talking about real money. I mean the coins in the game. You earn coins for each mission that you successfully complete. So basically, you need to be careful not to explode, and also the runway. You have to hit only the runway. You can't land on the grass. And also when you're taxiing down the runway, if you so much as a tiny bit of your wheel goes up onto the grass, you explode. I don't know how that makes sense, but that's part of the game. So that's basically that. Then I think after you land, taxi to your terminal, stay on taxiway, or you will crash. It says crash, but I think you cross that to explode, because that's exactly what happened, to explode. So basically, you can stop anywhere in the gray area when you're done your mission. So yes, and yeah, then once you're done, you have to wait a few seconds, and it'll just give you your money. So that is the tutorial. So now let's get to play. And once I hit play, there's going to be a lot of things that you can do. So when I tap play, I get to select map. Right now I have Islands and New York unlocked. So when I, for example, if I click on San Francisco, I can unlock the map for 200,000 coins. If you look up at the top right, I don't have enough to unlock it. I'm pretty close, but I'm not close enough. So you can either try it now. So basically, it shows you an ad, and then you can just try it out. Which I also do with other planes too, but it's just kind of a waste of time. So as you can see, the unlock is dimmed, so I can't do that. But Islands in New York. I think I'm going to New York today, so I'm just gonna try that. So once you select the map, there's different settings of time of day you can choose. So there's day, dusk, wind, night, fog, and storm. When I tap on day, it'll basically take me to day, or you'll select that and you can choose your plane. I'll get to that in a minute. Dusk, same thing basically, but what I'm gonna when you don't have something unlocked, when you click on it, for example, you can read this one. Skill and luck are a must when landing on a windy day. We are not sure you are good enough, but if you insist on trying, and then it tells you how to unlock it and all that blah. One thing I really kind of liked was the storm. The mother of all storms has just rolled in. What do you think in trying to fly in this? That's kind of encouraging them to do it. So I like that part. But I'm going to choose dusk just to make it a bit more comfortable. So in the passenger pack, I have a lot of things to choose from. 192, L60, Concorde, 737, 747, and all these other ones. And if you notice on the bottom left, there is an A380. When I go over to cargo pack, I have all these planes. I do have an A380 in the middle, but that is the cargo pack, as it says on top. So I have the S1 Special. The one thing I've tried the Zeppelin out. Zeppelin is the slowest thing ever. It takes forever to get I'll show you the map. If you're just getting 5,000 coins just for a small mission, it takes forever. So, and there are two options I didn't say here either, but on the top right, under coins, there's restore purchases and purchase cargo pack. Purchase cargo pack is basically you can purchase the whole thing, and restore purchases is basically anything you've bought, you can't get it back. It goes away. I'm not sure if you get your money back or not. I don't know. So, also, if you have noticed, some of them have blue dots and some of them have green dots. Some of them don't have any dots on the top right of each plane. So, if you have a green dot, that means you can unlock it for a certain amount of money. If it's a blue dot, you need to use actual money to buy the game. So, or of course, all of them have the fly now option with the ad. I do that a few times. So, I've unlocked pretty much all of them that I can unlock, except the Galaxy 9000, because I still don't have enough money to get that. But yeah, and of course, next is the military pack. I've got a whole bunch of planes here. I like the Blackbird, obviously, and there is the Air Force One over there. It does say United States of America on it. And I've got a lot of cool planes here. You can take a minute to look at them. And yeah. And then I've got the Series 4, which is a whole bunch of other planes. I doesn't say the name, which kind of disturbs me. I wish it did. And of course, I've got a whole bunch of helicopters. I've unlocked 3 helicopters on the top, but the rest I have to use actual money to buy, which I'm not going to do. And of course, that's all the planes we can get. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the Blackbird, the SR-71 Blackbird. Next, it's just loading. Mainly, if you have things like the San Francisco or New York or London, those take a while to load. Like right now, it's still loading. It'll just take like about 30 seconds to load, maybe even more. I'm not sure. It doesn't take that long. But islands surprisingly doesn't take that long because it's basically just water and a whole bunch of islands. So I'll show you once I get into New York. This is a surprisingly large amount of detail. For example, okay. We are in the map, and it tells us missions that we can choose from. So as a member, when I said the Zeppelin is super slow, right now that is a very small distance, and it takes forever to get from LaGuardia to JFK. I've even gotten a mission from Newmark to Carrier. It takes forever on the Zeppelin. So what I like to do is I click on the change button, and I can get different missions. I like to go, for example, in New York, I like to pick one from either Carrier to Tweed New Haven or Tweed New Haven to Carrier. The longer the mission is, the more money you get. But of course, some of the planes do have an option to speed the actual plane, which I will show you in a minute. You probably won't understand what I'm saying, but I'll show you. So I'm going to pick, also on the top it does say how much money you get for each reward, what the reward is for each thing. So as you can see, I got one from Carrier to Tweed New Haven, and I'm going to get 12,270 coins. So I accept that. So now, okay, oh god. Okay. I thought we were already moving for a minute. So as you guys can see, we are currently in the SR-71 Blackbird. So before I start, I'm going to show you the controls. So as I already told you in the tutorial, the top 3 are the dials, airspeed, direction indicator, and altitude. And then over here in the top right, we have 4 buttons. Of course, the map, which will show where we're flying from, Carrier to New Haven. And also, if you're in the flight when you're actually flying, if you tap on the map, you can actually see where you are on the map, which is kind of cool. We have 3 camera angles. This is the first one, the default camera. Then we have the side view. It only shows on the right side, it doesn't show on the left side, which I sort of don't like. And we have the cockpit view, which just doesn't show the cockpit, just the front way. And you may have noticed that we are not even on a runway. We're basically on a ship in the water. I actually did not think that we were going to start our mission. We thought we would actually start at an airport on an actual runway on land, but turns out that we are actually starting on a ship. I didn't actually think, because it's very rare that you start on this. I've started on it a few times. And then we have the pause button, obviously. Let me correct the plane here. The pause button, you have main menu, which goes back to the main page, like where I started off on the video. The resume button and the exit button. The exit button will take you straight to your device's homepage. Tap on resume. And of course, the 2 times and 1 times. That's the speed. So I'll show you that once I'm in the air. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Whoa! Okay, you see that shadow when I almost hit the thing? Okay, so I'm just gonna put us up into a nice altitude right there. We're not that high in the sky. Okay, I'm gonna lower the speed because the Blackbird goes really fast. And for example, as you have noticed, I'm already heading toward our destination, so I don't have to turn the plane and get the plane pointed towards the destination. So if I tap the one time, right now it's on the regular speed. If I tap the thing, it turns to 2 speeds. So I'm basically going to put the speed all the way down. And even though if you're on 2 times speed, if you like turn the stick, it like just literally throws you across the sky. Let's get ourselves lined back up here. And whereas if you're in launch, you can notice how slow that turns, which is kind of more handy when you're trying to line yourself up with the runway. So let's go ahead and head towards the destination. I bet you, if I get this landing right, which I sometimes do not, why don't you guys go ahead and hit the like button down there, and maybe even subscribe. Hopefully you will. Okay, so as you noticed, our destination is over there. You can see the light on the runway, but the runway is facing horizontal, and we are just gonna intersect right through it. I hope you understand what I'm trying to get at here. So we're gonna go ahead and hit the side angle and gonna line ourselves up with the runway. I'm gonna lower the speed. Uh-oh, that was too much, I think. Oh, okay, we're good. I can line myself up with the left side runway. So if the airports are big, you'll have more than one runway. This one has 4 runways, 2 on each side. So I'm gonna go ahead and lower the speed and bring ourselves down for a landing. And as you get close to the airport, there's another option that pops up on the top right under the map. I will show you in a minute. Ooh, going really fast. Should pop up. The landing gear will deploy right about now. Okay, there it is. Oh, I'm gonna pause. Okay, the landing gear just deployed, and if you notice, I know it's dim, but hopefully you can notice. And resume. Whoa! I'm gonna hit the. Okay, I'm not on the runway. Damn it. Okay, luckily I wasn't that off the runway. I'm gonna keep moving. If you stop and like for a few seconds, it just stays in the thing. So, if you had noticed the button that shows the plane kind of coming down, that button, it's an auto land, so the computer will basically like land it for you, but if you click on it, it will land it for you, but it will take away half of the money in your reward. So that is the other button that I was going to show you. So basically, I got a nice landing, so hopefully you will hit the like button over there. So I think that's it for our video. So be sure to like, subscribe, and yeah, see you guys. See you in the next video.